Dave Chappelle's decision to walk away from a $50 million contract has been the subject of much speculation, especially in light of the recent allegations surrounding Diddy. Chappelle's departure from Hollywood in the mid-2000s was sudden, mysterious, and widely misunderstood at the time. To many, it seemed like a career suicide. However, over time, Chappelle himself has slowly revealed more about what led to his shocking exit, and many believe it's all connected to what some have referred to as Diddy's FreakOff parties. These bizarre gatherings, along with other industry secrets, seem to have been a major factor in Chappelle's decision to leave the limelight. The $50 million contract Dave Chappelle famously turned down wasn't just about money. It was about a set of circumstances that went against his personal integrity. He had no desire to be a part of a system that demanded compromising personal and professional choices for financial gain. In the years following his abrupt exit from Hollywood, Chappelle has repeatedly stated that the pressure of fame, as well as the forces trying to control him, were major contributing factors to his departure. While at the time media outlets speculated that Chappelle's actions were driven by mental health issues, in recent years some have started to view his sudden disappearance as a form of resistance against the darker, hidden side of the entertainment industry. An aspect that's come to light more recently involves the so-called FreakOff parties, allegedly hosted by Diddy, which have become a focal point of conversation due to ongoing rumors and legal troubles surrounding the music mogul. These parties, according to industry insiders, were gatherings that involved a series of morally questionable activities. The stories coming out about these events have been alarming, and figures like Chappelle and Katt Williams have spoken out, saying they were both approached by Diddy to participate in these wild parties. The rumors surrounding Diddy's alleged offers of $50 million contracts have been linked to these parties. Katt Williams, for example, claimed he was offered $200 million, broken into four $50 million payments, in exchange for attending one of Diddy's infamous parties. The catch was that he would have to be involved in activities that many would consider to be highly inappropriate. Williams has spoken publicly about how he turned down the offer multiple times, explaining that he couldn't compromise his personal morals for a payday. He stated that his integrity and values were far more important than any sum of money. Dave Chappelle's story is very similar. The comedian's career was soaring in the early 2000s, especially with the massive success of Chappelle's show. But in 2005, he took an unexpected hiatus, leaving Hollywood and spending some time in South Africa. Fans and the media were confused and curious. At first, rumors spread that Chappelle had suffered some sort of breakdown, but over time, he began to reveal more about the pressures he was facing. It became clear that Chappelle's departure wasn't due to mental health issues, but rather because of the overwhelming pressure from Hollywood's elite to conform to certain expectations. Chappelle has since pointed to Hollywood's willingness to sacrifice personal integrity for success as one of the main reasons for his exit. Chappelle's cryptic comments over the years, especially about feeling like he was being controlled, have fueled the speculation that the $50 million contract tied to these alleged parties may have been the tipping point. Some fans have even connected the dots between the timing of Chappelle's disappearance and the whispers about Diddy's parties. While Chappelle has never openly accused Diddy or anyone else in the industry directly, his interviews have often hinted that he felt like a target because he refused to play by the rules of Hollywood's elite. If you revisit some of Chappelle's work on Chappelle's Show, there are skits that seem to foreshadow the kind of behavior that's now being linked to Diddy's infamous parties. One skit in particular involved a ridiculous scenario where Chappelle's character had to retrieve breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant to satisfy a character's high standards. It was absurd, over the top, and funny at the time, but in hindsight it almost feels like Chappelle was hinting at something much darker in the entertainment industry, something that only now, in the wake of these allegations, seems to make more sense. In addition to the stories surrounding the parties, there's the strange discovery made during a raid on Diddy's property. Authorities reportedly found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil, which set the internet into a frenzy. Many believe the baby oil wasn't just there for show. It allegedly was used for some of the activities tied to Diddy's wild parties. This has led some to speculate that the baby oil might have been more than just an innocuous item. Rumors suggest that it was used in the context of activities that many would consider unethical or even criminal. The wild speculation doesn't end there. Some conspiracy theorists have even tied Diddy's alleged parties to larger, more sinister events. One theory claims that Diddy may have been involved in the 2023 LA wildfires, with some suggesting that they were intentionally started to destroy evidence of his alleged misdeeds. This theory is of course unproven, but it's gained traction due to the bizarre connections people are making between the fires and the ongoing investigations into Diddy's alleged behavior. And an even more unsettling twist, some have pointed to leaked audio recordings in which Diddy can allegedly be heard instructing his son to dispose of certain items, including pizza boxes. This seemingly innocuous request has sparked a flood of theories, with some believing the pizza boxes were actually code for something more troubling, potential evidence that needed to be destroyed before it could be used against him. Alongside all these conspiracy theories, there are even darker rumors about what might have been happening at these parties. Some have speculated that the baby oil and other substances might have been linked to GHB, a powerful substance often associated with date rape and used to incapacitate individuals. While these claims have not been substantiated, the connection between Diddy's parties and these substances has only added fuel to the fire. Throughout it all, Dave Chappelle has maintained his stance of refusing to bow down to Hollywood's expectations. Chappelle's decision to turn down the $50 million offer wasn't about the money, it was about preserving his dignity and staying true to his values. Many point to his famous refusal to wear a dress in a movie scene as evidence of his commitment to rejecting Hollywood's pressure to conform. Chappelle famously said he couldn't let anyone push him into compromising his personal morals, and if he wouldn't wear a dress for a role, he certainly wasn't going to take part in something as morally dubious as Diddy's alleged parties. The reaction to Chappelle's refusal to compromise is mixed. Some admire his strength and integrity, seeing him as a hero for standing up to the system. Others question whether this kind of resistance ultimately cost him his place in Hollywood. But one thing is clear. Chappelle's story, combined with the recent allegations about Diddy, has sparked a larger conversation about the dark undercurrents of the entertainment industry and how far some are willing to go to achieve fame and fortune. The rumors and allegations surrounding Diddy's parties and Hollywood's darker side have left many questioning what really happens behind closed doors in the entertainment industry. While some are skeptical of the more outlandish theories, others are eager to see if more will be uncovered as these investigations continue to unfold. The bigger question remains, how deep does the rabbit hole really go? And will more high-profile individuals continue to expose the ugly truths of Hollywood's inner circle? In the coming months, as more revelations about Diddy and others in the industry continue to surface, we may find out more about the true nature of the FreakOff parties and the lengths some are willing to go to for money, power, and fame. As for Dave Chappelle, his story remains one of resistance, integrity, and the refusal to bend to an industry that demands conformity at any cost. The question now is whether the industry will ever truly change, or if those who stand up to it will always be seen as outcasts. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you believe Chappelle's refusal to compromise was what made him a target? And how deep do you think the conspiracy surrounding Diddy's parties goes?